first goal of the year goes for the Raiders.
Oh, beautiful shot there. Nicely done. Gets the pin.
Oh, was that beautiful? Onside kick, and it's recovered by Hastings.
And he's rung up for strike 3.
Double alley. Touchdown Raiders.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Veterans Park, home of Hastings baseball. And tonight, your Hastings Legion post 47. They are taking on Eagan post 594, I think it was. The graphic's gone. I forgot the number. Uh-oh, we gotta... And I'm helping do some stuff with the microphones here. You might have to come closer. All right, Ryan is... We're doing a little thank you to us volunteers on the field for all the hard work that's put in on the field. So the trick here is what's he going to throw him? Oh, I guess we call that a strike. He hasn't pitched, Tony Kaiser hasn't pitched for a couple years, but he is working his way back. He wants to play again next year at 50 with the Hastings Hawks. So nice of the Raiders to give us a little nod here. Joining me now is young Mr. Adam Simon. Hi, Adam. How are you?
Good.
Good. You ready for some baseball?
Yeah.
So here's the deal. Adam's going to provide some color commentary. We may have some of the players come up from the bench and take Adam's spot off and on, but Adam will be with me when they're not up here. Adam plays on the HYAA side of things. 10U?
Yeah.
There you go. So Adam's on the 10U team for Hastings, and I'm dripping water everywhere. Now I shouldn't drip. I drank some of it. All right. Gavin Oddman's got the start on the mound. All right, let's go through your starting lineup defensively for Hastings. Gavin Oddman is on the mound. Johnny Teglin is behind the plate. Mitch Iliff at first. Mark Denoyer at second. Eddie Piney at short. And Evan Nelson at third. Give us the outfield.
Blake Vanderhoff in left field, Jack Selesky in center field, and
Sawyer Chumsland.
Chumsland.
He's the hard one to say. He's the hardest one, but actually when you know how to say it, it's not so bad. Oops, I think I just turned up the wrong piece. Let's try turning that piece up a little bit for you. So now we're getting some wind. So we got to figure out the right microphone position for you. That might be better. First pitch is thrown in there for a strike. Of course, the first batter is a lefty. That one's hit just into shallow right field for a single. So on that pitch, what was Gavin looking for?
I'm not really sure.
Not really sure? What would you call as a catcher in that? The second pitch of the game?
Fastball.
Fastball? Okay. That brings up Elias New, number 1. Gavin gets his sign, sets, fires. What'd that look like to you? Two-seam?
Yeah.
Yeah, two-seam fastball. Had a little tail on it for a strike. Because the four-seam should give a little bit of a rise. That one's tagged out to center, but Selesky is under it and gets the first out of the inning. The runner does hold over at first.
Second baseman number 4, David Rockford.
Yeah, what you'll see with the four-seam fastball, a well-thrown four-seam fastball, you might get an inch or two. Some of the people even get 3 or 4 inches of rise toward the end. And then a two-seam will typically tail off the same way that the arm is coming through. That one's fouled down to the third base side in the warning track and bounces over the fence, out of play. Thing's leaking for some reason. That's all right. I got one of those new circle bottles. Second pitch flies out to about the same spot that Selesky had to get to for the last out. And now we have 2 away for Hastings. Defensively, I should say.
Third baseman number 3, Will Huseman.
That brings up number 8, Will Huseman. So that first batter gets on with a line drive to right, and then they can't do really anything to get him moved around. Throw over to first, not in time. Gavin looks, tosses back over. No, safe. We had an interesting game here last night for the Hawks. Northfield jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Hastings ties it up about the third, and then toss over to first again, not in time. And a little bit back and forth, and all of a sudden Northfield jumped out to basically a 13-7 lead, and that was it. Or 6 lead, excuse me. Another fly ball to center. This one's got Selesky backing up and under it like there's no big deal. Not quite 1, 2, 3, but first batter gets on, then we go 1, 2, 3 after, and all 3 were flyouts to center field, so Selesky's been keeping busy out there. Your lineup for Hastings is going to go 6, Eddie Piney, 2, Jack Selesky. Batting third will be 15, Evan Nelson. 17, Mitch Iliff. 5, Connor Zagoda. 10, Johnny Tegland. 4, Mark Denoyer. 12, Sawyer Chumsland. And 3, Blake Vanderhoff. The Patriots. George Anderson was first. And number 2, batting second was number 1, Elias New. 4, David Rockford. 8, Will Huseman. He had the last out of the inning there. The next inning will be Will Mitchell, 14. 20, Tony Havari. 10, Chris Eggleston. 19, Alex Tomei. And 26, Trevor Langenberg. On the mound for Eagan, Joe Watry. Catching is Will Mitchell. Tony Havari is at first. David Rockford at second. Elias New at short. Will Huseman at third, Chris Eggleston at left field, George Anderson in center, and Trevor Langenberg in right. I know we are also going to be on Eagan TV, so Eagan, thank you for picking that up. We greatly appreciate having you guys here, sharing this, the partnerships with HCTV and Eagan, Mendota Heights. You know, it's awesome to have all these different towns that we can share these broadcasts with. Because the whole point is to show these kids off. Both sides, Hastings, in this case Eagan, and the other teams we've had before as well. So it's awesome to have you guys here with us. Leading off is number 6, Eddie Piney, the shortstop.
Number 6, Eddie Piney.
Ball quite a bit outside. Obviously haven't seen Watry pitch before, so I don't really know what to expect from him. Second pitch is shot right to the shortstop as a single hop bounce there, and Piney is retired.
Center fielder number 2, Jack Selesky.
Now comes Selesky. All right, so you start the first pitch, comes out way outside. What kind of look are you giving your pitchers to say calm down?
An off-speed pitch.
Giving them an off-speed? We are going to see just how Tony Romo like Adam is with his pitches. Sometimes he's, we'll get him predicting some of these here. As Adam plays as a catcher. Ball high and outside, so 1-1. Delivery. Ball inside. It actually looked like he caught his shirt, but
Umpire does not call it hit.
he did not say it hit him, and Jack probably wouldn't want it to be called that way anyway. Grounded over to third, toss over to first in time. Jack did not seem to be running full speed there. I know he's a very quick runner, so he looked a little bit slow there for what I normally see from him.
If he was running a little bit faster, he may have got there in time.
He might have. You can see shortstop Elias New just kind of smiling on that one because the third baseman caught it in front of him. There's a toss over back to first. First pitch to Evan Nelson is a ball outside. The crowd looks to be growing here. Ball high and inside. 2-0.
All right.
That's fires.
Ground ball to short. And he gets him out at first.
So that does retire the side. 6-3. So let's go this way. Top of the first recap is no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. That was for Eagan. The bottom of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, nothing left on base for Hastings. Pitchers are pretty well equally matched on the pitch count, 9 and 7. In the hole, Chris Eggleston on deck, Tony Havari, and 14, Will Mitchell is your next batter for Eagan. Are you coming up? We're going to have Mr. Aaron Van Hoff joining us here. Yeah, not yet. Go ahead and sit. I'll unmute you when you're settled in. Aaron, how's it going?
It's going great. How are you doing today,
Not
Bruce?
too bad, not too bad. So what we're going to do is, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, Adam will be in when one of the players from the Legion team is not, and we'll just kind of rotate things around and keep it interesting for you guys tonight, which makes it fun. How'd Gavin feel like he did this first inning?
Well, he got outs. That's all he needed to do. Looking like he's lost a little velo, but as long as he gets out, it's all that matters.
Right. His a little closer? Yeah, move your mic a little closer. There we go. We just don't want to be breathing into it is the hard part. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing strikes. That's all he needs to do.
Yeah, and so when you're out there on the mound, the first inning goes quick. What are you thinking for the second inning coming in?
Well, usually just not to walk because you're getting deeper into the lineup. Don't want to beat yourself. I'm always my mindset is don't beat myself. If they get a hit, tip their cap, but when I get walks, that's when I start getting mad.
Right. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Will Mitchell, number 14. Do have to also try to sneak in the plays in there, even though we can clearly see that on the screen, which is awesome. Second pitch. Oh, struck him out. What was that pitch?
Looked like a curveball. Could be. Yeah, I think it's a curveball.
We'll probably get a replay here, I'm guessing.
First baseman number 20,
Yeah. I surprised Hunter on that one. Tony Havari's the next batter. Yeah, look at that curveball.
Yeah,
It
perfectly.
just dropped. And the first pitch to Havari is fouled down the first base side. Compared to some of the other fields, we have a lot of foul territory.
Yeah, I'd say so. A lot of them kind of.
I'm just muting myself. So
Oh, yeah. A lot of the fields kind of taper off, but there's a decent amount of foul territory out here. I like it as a pitcher. It gives you room for your first and third baseman to get more outs in foul territory.
Right. 1-1 now to Havari. Yeah, Iliff made a heck of a grab the other night for the Hawks. Like, it was almost behind his back because he almost overran it. But it was right by the fence.
Yeah, Mitch is great at those plays. I've noticed that pitching just with him my whole life. He's always seemed to get the balls out there.
Who's our bat boy for you guys?
Drew. Don't quite know his last name, but it's Drew.
Second, Stevens? Drew Stevens. 2-2 now with 1 out, nobody on. Gavin gets his sign, fires. Ball high and outside. And the fire, and again, no, swung on miss, struck him out, so goodbye.
A little bit different than the first inning. 2 strikeouts right away, and first inning they're kind of piecing up everything.
Oh, we missed. Oh, here's the replay.
You're good right there. You're right there.
Was that an off speed, just down and in? Or am I
I didn't quite see the sign.
Gotcha.
His fastball kind of naturally drops a little bit.
Oh, his drops? Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sinker 2-seam.
Yeah, because I know normally the 4-seam will typically rise a little bit and the 2-seam will tail. Typically. Second pitch low, caught the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, I'd say his best pitch for sure is his 2-seam sinker.
Okay. So he must come over the top a little bit with it.
Yeah.
That one ball low and outside, so 1-2 with 2 out. So you guys just going to rotate every couple innings or every inning? What?
Yeah, every inning. So I believe next inning you'll have Jared Neville coming up here.
Oh. Line drive in the left is going to fall in front of Aaron's brother Blake. Really didn't have a chance at that one to make a play on it. Just keep it in front of you and not let him get extra bases.
DH number 19, Alex Comey.
Take a look at that one again. Yeah, it just well hit and dropped just right.
Yeah, just did what he had to do with the pitch.
It's all right. I mean, you're at the situation you're in right now. Just get the batter and don't worry about it. Now, when you get the guys on second and they're making all their noise and jumping around, does that really bug you guys at all? I mean,
No,
honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't really bug me.
Ground ball is a quick toss over to second for the fielder's choice out. And that will retire the side. He was forced out there. So your top of the second recap, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base, remain tied at 0. Due up for Hastings in the hole, Johnny Teglin on deck, Connor Zagoda, and your next batter will be Mitch Iliff. I have to get used to him wearing multiple numbers. Because for you guys, he's 17. In high school, he was 17. For the Hawks, depending on which color jersey we go with, he's either 16 or 2.
What happened there with the jerseys?
Adam Medlicott has the gold 16.
Oh.
So we haven't gotten it back yet. So once we get it back, he'll be 16 the whole time. But until then, he wears Sean Matson's number 2 when we wear the gold jerseys, which isn't very often. The guys like the green the best, I think. So what are your plans after high school?
I'm attending Mankato State next year.
Okay. And
Undecided on the major.
you're going to be doing baseball down there?
Nope. So I'll be done baseball after Legion.
What? Why are you going to quit baseball after Legion?
Well, I don't know. I just think it's time. I I'm just ready for the next step.
You know, there's town ball team that could use a pitcher, right?
I do. I
always
do.
use pitchers.
Yeah, maybe next year I'll step in. But
Leading off out of the second inning.
as
for
of right now, I'm
Hastings,
just kind of
first baseman number
content with
17,
my
Mitch
career being over
Eilif.
after the season.
Nice. Well, leading off for Hastings will be the first baseman, Mitch Eilif. Where's he going again?
He's going to Sioux Falls,
Okay, so Eilif going to Sioux Falls. We got Eddie Piney going.
Northern State.
Okay,
That's up. But both of them are going to one of the Dakotas.
gotcha. Left fielder made the grab on that one, so Eilif loves to swing at that first pitch. And he put that one out to left to be caught.
DH number 5, Connor.
And that brings up Connor Zagoda. Now, Al Hendrickson's not playing with you guys for Legion, is he, at all?
No, he's not. He's doing MASH, which is a club team,
Okay.
as well as the Mud Hens.
Yeah. I yelled at him for that one. He's like, "Oh, sorry." But the story there is that the Mud Hens, one of the Mud Hens coaches, is actually St. Thomas's coach, so it makes sense that he goes there as much as it sucks. He did say, he told me he wanted to play for the Hawks, but I don't know. I think he's just being nice to me. 2-0, 1 out to Connor Zagoda, DH.
Connor's been hot as of late. I feel like every ball he's hit has been hard.
And, you know, it's funny watching you guys, grow up starting 14s here and just the difference, 4 years makes, and the patience and the skill. Fights that one off, and it goes foul. So 2-2 now to Connor. This button thing is in the weirdest spot. We're using gaming headsets, but they work.
Yeah, they're nice. You guys got a nice setup out there.
Ball 3 outside. Yeah, it's cool. Like, this device plays music on these buttons, and you can mute each microphone, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I saw that little fan cam you guys had going around. I thought that was pretty sweet.
That's fun. Oh, rung him up. Connor thought that one was outside, and he was about to go to first, but
Yeah, I thought that one was a little out as
let's see where that one goes.
Catcher number 10, Johnny Teglin.
Oh, that was out. That was outside for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But hey, you know what? Umpires are human. They do make mistakes. So that'll bring up Johnny Teglin. Hits that one out into right, and foul territory. Speaking of the fan cam,
Yeah, it's our guy, Drew Stevens.
it's an iPhone on a gimbal, so they can walk around wherever they need to go with it. And unfortunately, it's Wi-Fi, so sometimes it gets a little spotty depending on where they're at. So if they're hiding behind a metal pole or on the other side of the fence, it's a little more difficult to get it to work, but it works. Yeah, it's been like the third game, and it's getting better. I think it's getting better every time they try it. That one ball in the dirt, so now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I mean, just in general with HCTV, I feel like it's getting better everywhere.
They do a great job.
Yeah, it's such a privilege to be in high school having this quality of TV. For example, most of my relatives are from Iowa, so a lot of them get to watch the YouTube stream, so they don't get to come out for much games.
Nice. Well, and I mean, really, who in what town has, not only radio, but a community television station and a newspaper? Not all towns have that.
And that's one thing I love about Hastings. That just shows the community that's behind everything.
Well, unfortunately, Teglin flew out to center to end the second inning. So it was a no across the board. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base, which means we remain tied at 0. Eagan's got 2 hits. That's it. That's the only thing that's not a 0 up on that board for the important stuff.
Yeah, it looks like we got Ben Tome walking up
Ben
here.
Tome's coming up.
So I'm going to sign off. Thank you for having me,
Yeah,
Brucey.
thanks for coming up. Got a plethora of players coming through. Get the boys some fun time on HCTV announcing. Look at that. He even muted himself. Wow, like that's a quick study. Ben, what's up?
Hey,
How you doing?
good.
Good. So now, what grade are you in, or did you graduate?
I'm gonna be a senior this
You're gonna
year.
be a senior this year. Awesome. And so drop that a little bit so you're not picking up the breathing and from the.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. That's part of the fun about this. Get to teach you guys how to do some of this, kill some of the dead air for Hunter and the HCTV crowd even the Eagan crowd because we're getting picked up over there too, which is awesome. So what position do you normally play?
Usually left or right.
Go ahead. Left or right? Okay.
Yeah.
Anything in the infield or
Not usually.
not usually? Are you one of the faster guys out there?
I like to think so, but I don't know.
All right. So third inning, Gavin's pitching well, only thrown 24 pitches. What are you really focused on when you're out in the outfield and your pitcher's just, doing a good job?
Well, you just gotta make sure you make the play if the ball comes to you, because he's pitching good, so you gotta be out there to support him.
Right. All right. So leading off for the Patriots is number 26, Trevor Langenberg. Have not seen him yet today. Gavin tosses ball low and outside. Johnny couldn't hang on to that. When you have a situation where there's stands and you got the press box behind home, does that help see the ball off the bat?
I don't know. Usually I can see it either way.
Okay. Big swing and a miss there, so 1-1. Did Selesky tell you anything? Did it just come up here and talk, or
Just
what?
said come up. Yeah.
Fouls that one off. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Obviously, talking about the game and, getting a little bit about you on TV and whatnot is the fun piece. Obviously, we're here to call the game, so we try not to do too much where it's a long, answered question, but yes and no questions are boring. One of the nice things about being the newspaper guy is I've gotten better at interviews. Gavin shakes off his first sign, didn't like it, takes the second one, swung on and fouled down the third base side on the walk-up path. So when you play left or right, do you get to start a lot? Does it just kind of depends on who's there? What's going on with
Yeah,
that?
it really does depend on who's there. Usually if there's not a ton of guys there, then I get my chance to play, but just trying to get better so I get more opportunities,
Right. Well, the big thing is I know coaches watch for is, it's the little things. You can do everything right on the field, though you rung him up. So another strikeout for Oddman so far. What is he at? I got to look. Oddman, he's got 3 already.
Nice.
Look at the replay on that. That looks like his fastball again. Struck him out in the low inside corner. So that's Fire's ball inside. How do you think the Legion umpires have been doing so far this year?
I think they've been pretty good. Occasionally you'll get a bad one, but yeah, for the most part they've been good.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a tough thing. Have you ever done it? Have you ever umpired?
No.
It's fun as long as you don't get those jerk parents that, know everything and you know nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And we know how often that happens in baseball. 2-1 now. Again, Gavin shakes off the first sign. Sets, fires. Swung on towards second. Little goofy hop at the end there, but Denoyer has managed to grab it and toss over to Iliff for the second out of the evening. This software, you should get to know this because in the high school season, someone's going to need to know how to run this. It's actually pretty intuitive. Elias New is your batter. Second time at bat now. His first time he flew out. Well, all 3 of the first 3 batters flew out to Selesky for the outs. First pitch is a strike. I have a feeling Gavin's going to sit him down this time, though. When you have something, when I pause, if you have something to add, go for it.
All right.
So 1-1 now, 2 outs, nobody on. 25 minutes in, Oddman's thrown 36 pitches already. Through 3. Ground ball over to third, off the glove, the backhand of Evan Nelson. So he will reach on an infield hit. We won't call that one. We won't call that an error because that was a hard hit ball to Nelson's backhand, and really not a lot he could do with that. We'll take a look at this here. At the base coach, you see Nelson makes a great first move toward it. It just took a goofy hop a little bit and got over his glove into his wrist, and nothing he could do about that. And that brings up David Rockford. How hard are those plays when they're to the backhand?
Oh, it's tough, especially a hard hit ball like that, and off the lip of the grass there. Takes some funny hops.
Mm-hmm. And we do everything we can to keep those lips down.
Oh yeah.
Ball outside, so 1-1. Concessions looks like they're busy over there, and got lots of fans in attendance, which is awesome.
It's always great with the crowd.
Ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on at first. David Rockford 0 for 1 at the plate so far with a fly out to center. Oddman delivers. Another fly out. This time it's going to go to left, and Vanderhoff has a beat on it, and that does retire the side. So fly out F7.
Just a reminder to everybody, concession stands are open.
There we go. Top of the third recap. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. So far, all 3 hits have ended up in the runners being stranded. So Hastings is doing a great job defensively there. You know what? I mean, it's strikeout or fly ball.
Yeah.
Can't ask for anything more from your pitcher.
No, it's nice.
You know, and so when you're defensively out there, that's just got to make life easier for you.
Oh, for sure. I mean, when he's pitching that well, for sure.
All right, this kid's back in. 19 pitches. Joe Watry from Eagan. It's nice that they kind of have a little bit of a different name, you know, because obviously the high school, like Eagan Wildcats, having the Eagan Patriots is kind of cool. Their amateur team is actually no, I marked it as a hit, because it's the Eagan Bandits for their amateur team. Oh, look, it's Mark's mom taking pictures. So what do you think? How do you think we do on Vets Park for the field?
Oh, I think it's great. I mean, I've been on some fields that are pretty bad, but this is one of the better ones, for sure.
So it's I have to mention it because if I don't, I know Derek, one of my board members, will get upset with me. So there's a guy that goes around and ranks all the town ball teams and their fields. Okay. So he looks at all sorts of stuff. And last year, he had Vets Park ranked as 94th.
Okay.
Out of 100. You know, there's 100. So 94th in the state out of like 300 teams. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
This year, 55.
Hey.
I'll take it. We're shooting for top 20.
All right.
Anything that deeper than that is going to be really tough. So speaking of Denoyer, Mark Denoyer, second baseman, is up. In the hole is Blake Vanderhoff on deck, Sawyer Chumsland. The first pitch to Denoyer is a ball. Big swing and a miss. You know, he's got power, and he's not afraid to use it, but he tends to swing really hard and miss and strike out a lot, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Fouls that one out of play towards the... Oh, hello. All the Seleskis over there duck and cover their heads. Yeah, I guess it's the high risk, high reward swing.
Yeah, but if he gets a hold one, it usually goes far.
Mm-hmm. And I think he's put one out here before.
I'm sure.
It's a little bit harder with a wood bat. Strike caught the outside corner. I like that. You know what? A nice loud attaboy cheer for the pitcher Let's take a look at this pitch here on the replay. Tell me what you see here. Look like a little bit of a curveball, huh?
Curveball.
Sawyer Chumsland's now batting. I mean, historically, my 2 at-bats I've seen him, a hard line drive down the third base line and a fly out to center, which this is going to be. So at least, historically, my iPad's got some information.
Fielder number 3, Blake Vanderhoff.
Is it Drew Stevens that we said? Yeah, Drew Stevens. Hey, at least he's out having a good time helping the boys.
Yeah, it's fun to have him out there.
He's normally, during hockey season, he tends to run around the arena a lot.
Yes, I've seen him there.
Yeah. So it's good to see him doing something productive. Second pitch high, so 2 balls now to Vanderhoff. I love this water bottle, but it's so loud to drink out of. 3-0, 2 outs, nobody on. Tie game at 0. The bottom of the third. So we are going to go to a break after this 4-pitch walk. We'll go to a break once the inning does end. Vanderhoff now at first. Eddie Piney back to the top of the lineup. This kid has hit him out of here. He's actually hit one out of here at 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I couldn't believe the power that he's got. It's a hard swing, but it's smooth. It doesn't look like he's over swinging like some people do.
Sure.
He just makes good contact. Unfortunately, that one's a low ball, or it's a strike, but it's low and outside. So that umpire likes that right-hand side low and outside there, or low and inside to the lefties. That one might be a little too far out. Probably more like Prescott far out. So what do you plan to do after high school?
Well, I'm going to go to college.
Okay.
Probably become an engineer.
Nice.
Yes.
Structural, you have a specific engineer thing you're looking at?
Electrical, maybe? Not sure, quite sure.
Nice. That one hit right back to the pitcher, and it goes off of his glove toward third base, and he was not able to recover in time. So I'm going to call that a hit because that was a well-hit ball, and you just don't have a ton of time to react on that. Let's take a look at it here. I mean, you can't call that anything but a hit.
No, he has no time up there.
And he's so off balance, it's not fair to call it anything but. So we have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the first pitch to Selesky is in the dirt for a ball. That's me. This thing falls right where my belly touches the desk. 1-0, 2 outs. Ball inside. And the ball went in the dirt and he lost it. It was right in front of Jack's feet. So that one's got, it's a ball, obviously, but it's also a pass ball because that catcher should have had that. I don't think that was actually in the dirt. See if maybe Hunter might give us a replay. I don't know. We'll see. Nope. Ball outside. So 3-0 with 2 outs and runners on second and third. I don't know. Did you see where the ball went? Did it hit the catcher's glove and just go forward?
Must have.
That is his first strike in like 11 pitches. Oh, looks like state wrestling champion Blake Beisel and Peterson with him. And that one is a ball. Walks Selesky, but it was a wild pitch at the same time. So that advanced the other 2 runners. Scoring the first run for Hastings. And Selesky hangs out at first, so we got runners on the corners to another kid that's got home run power.
Oh, yeah. Evan is a good hitter.
Yep. Now, that scoreboard is about 20 feet in the air, and it's about 5 feet back from the fence as Selesky steals second. And I think he could actually hit the scoreboard.
I think he's got a chance.
Because that's kind of where he likes to hit them. First pitch, hard foul back into the fence. Iliff runs to grab that. So what's he been saying about playing for the Hawks, Iliff? Has he been talking about it at all?
Not a ton. Sounds like he's having fun, though.
Good. We try to have a good time and try to make it so you guys want to come play for us when upon graduation and done with the Legion stuff. Strike catches the outside corner. Looked a tad high from this angle, but I think it actually, it was a clean strike. So usually you can tell with the umpires where the top of their strike zone is.
Usually, yep.
Look at the top of their mask. Like where that top visor bar would be. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ball low. What's your favorite, left or right?
What do you mean?
Well, would you prefer left or prefer right?
I mean, I would prefer left, but any chance I get to get in the game, I'll take it.
Right. Full count now. I was a first baseman.
Oh, nice.
That's the least amount of running I had to do. 3-2 delivery. Ball low and in there. Gets past the catcher again, and Piney's going to score. And Selesky will advance to third on the wild pitch. And that will bring up Mitch Iliff. His first appearance was a fly out to left, actually left center. At least he has some decent walk-up music. Like, I don't mind the older school, the cool rap. First pitch, ball high. And Nelson gets a stolen base. Did you ever do anything in sports with Jake Sandquist?
No, he was a couple years older than me,
Okay.
so we didn't really have any, or we weren't on any teams together.
Tall catcher, and he actually leads the team in stolen bases this year.
Wow.
Right.
That's awesome.
Like, how often does that happen? Iliff tags went out to center, and the center fielder, Anderson, is under it to retire the side, but not until Hastings does some damage. Let's take a quick recap, and then we'll go to commercial here. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. So I believe we are going to be headed to a break. All right, we'll be back here after this short commercial from HCTV. Thanks for coming up here.
Thank
Oh, hey there. Do you like HCTV?
That's one small step for Hastings and one giant leap for community television.
Do you want a custom video that promotes your business or organization and gives you the results you're looking for? As an HCTV sponsor, our staff will work with your business or organization to create a custom video to promote your brand. You also have an option of getting a shout out in every sporting event we cover. And that's 3 points for your business.
So support HCTV today!
Go to hastingstv.org/sponsors for more information or to give a one-time donation.
Just make sure you're not getting it too close to your nose. Well, hey guys, how you doing out there? HCTV, Eagan Television. Glad to have you guys in. Joining me in the box, we're switching players from the team every inning, and I've got Drew Gillespie with me this time. Hi, Drew.
Hi.
Good to have you. Looks like we're going to be leading off here with Will Huseman. So let's see. First of all, his first at bat was a fly out to center. The big thing is, the nice thing about doing this with you guys is it gives you opportunity to kind of see what this is about and how this works. So feel free to jump in, and if you see something that you can give some insight into, maybe what Gavin's thinking or what the batter's thinking in this situation. When I pause, that's all you. I talk a lot tonight, so I drink a lot of water. You'll hear me mute. That means I'm going to get a drink because this thing's loud. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Will Huseman already from Oddman, working quickly. What position do you like to play?
Pitch and play first.
Let's get that a little bit closer. There we go. Pitch and play first. Preference?
Pitching.
You like pitching?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like to start? You a reliever?
I like to start games off.
Nice. Relieving's kind of a weird spot mentally to come in sometimes. Rung him up on the high. It looked like it was a little bit high of a pitch, but we'll take it. I'm going to call that one a strikeout looking. Let's see if we get a replay on this one. Tell me what you see here.
It dropped in right at the letters.
Yep, nice breaking ball from Oddman. That brings up 14 Will Mitchell. Ball low and outside. So what's your pitch assortment?
Fastball, curveball, and then I'm working on a splitter.
All right. That is, you got the long enough fingers? Yeah, you got long enough fingers to do that. That one fouled down the first base line, so 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Oddman sets, kicks, fires. That one fouled off, this time to the third base side. Johnny Key's going to run over and get that. Swats Drew on the helmet as they're both laughing about it. Is he always a goofball?
I have no clue.
Oh, no, I'm talking about Johnny.
Oh, probably.
I could see him being goofy on the bench the whole time. Ball lone in the dirt. Oh, that one's almost outside enough to be in Prescott. Denoyer looks a little bit bored out at second. Big swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Oddman. I believe that's his 6th. Let me take a look. Nope, 5th. So he's faced. Let's see what this. We missed it. Nope, it's there. What pitch is this one? Oh yeah, another big breaking ball.
It's a pretty good pitch.
That just drops. Oddman fires fastball, first strike. Caught the low outside corner. Wow. That was a strike. Wow. We'll take it. We'll take it, but wow. That was almost the same pitch, just must not have broke as hard for a ball outside. So how's your curveball? You have a good one, or are you?
It's all right.
It's all right.
Nothing special.
Drop, third strike. Tegan throws down to first and retires the side. So that one's a 1-2-3 inning. Push number 3 on the keyboard. Oh, you got music going? Never mind. Because I've set that up for the good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And then number 5 is keep the change, you filthy animal. Got to have a little bit of fun while we're here at the park. All right, so you're headed into your second at bat now. What are you thinking? What's going through your head when you're facing a pitcher for the second time?
I just sit first pitch because he's been throwing a lot of first pitch fastballs down the middle.
Okay. So you're not going to swing at that one?
I mean, I don't know.
If he's been throwing a lot of first pitch fastballs,
Probably swing at it.
I mean, and they've been down the middle. That's the other thing. Like, if you can see it off his hand, it's, a fastball, and you think it's be down the middle. I mean, you kind of have to, don't you?
Yeah.
Weird. I swear I was hearing something else talking. It must be somebody in front of us. So I'm being told this is your first Legion game.
Yeah, I had to finish up my 15 season.
Oh, how'd that go?
Rough.
Rough?
Yeah.
Why is that?
We only won 4 games, and I don't know.
My kid was calling me, so I got to let him know I'm doing play-by-play. It's probably like, I want to come down. But I'm looking at the sky going, I don't like the look of that sky. What? I mean, not an amateur weatherman, are you?
No.
Leading off, bottom of the 4th inning for Hastings, DH number 5, Connor Zagoda.
So you just heard the announcement behind the announcer here, Connor Zagoda, number 5, the DH. Actually, it's his dad doing announcing for us tonight. Yeah, I don't like the look of this. See which way it's coming in. So 1-0 to Zagoda. I'm thinking that red spot's going to come get us.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to look at that one in a little more detail. What part of I'm doing play-by-play don't you get? 2-0, no outs. Caught the outside corner, 2-1. Strike 2, caught the outside corner. I don't know which one I mean, this is nice because it gives you a good, if you got that view from behind the pitcher, you can see the pitch better. But I'm a live guy.
That's all I am.
Hard ground ball down the third base side. Shoo! I thought he was going to turn the corner, but evidently not. So a single for Zagoda with a 2-ball, 2-strike there.
Pitcher number 10, Johnny Heglin.
You can see the replay here. Looks like he caught it just on the outside. And, nope, never mind. That was an inside. It was on the handle.
Well hit ball.
Yep. Turned the corner on that one with the handle. And did we catch that one pop out to the shortstop?
Yeah.
I didn't finish the play from last time, so I had to set that in there. And that will bring up now number 4, Mark Denoyer. Toss over to first, not in time. This must be mine. I'll take it. I'm thirsty. All right. Uh-oh. Got him. Caught Zagoda trying to steal.
It happens.
So that was a ball. Then the caught stealing. So the toss, Zagoda takes off, and that pitch beat him there by 4 steps. So 2-6 on the out there. Then Denoyer fouled that one off. So 1-1. So I'm being told that you're a very good pitcher.
I mean, I do my best. Still young.
And so, I mean, obviously being on the 15U, you got quite a bit of baseball yet ahead of you.
Yeah.
How'd you like playing here?
Amazing. Super nice ballpark.
And we try to make it fun.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Tina and Mike must be watching. I don't see them here at the ballpark, or are they? Usually they sit down the third base side about 20 feet off the fence. So it's kind of hard to see them. Ball low and in the dirt, gets past the catcher, but nothing hurt there because nobody was on. And that will bring up Sawyer Chumsland. So have you ever seen his last name?
Yeah.
Okay. Like the first time I've ever tried to say his name, nobody told me how to say it. And I'm like, how in the heck do you say this last name?
It's spelled kind of weird.
It's spelled really weird because you'd think it'd be Chumsland.
Yeah.
Nope, it's Tjomsland. For those of you that have never seen that type of a last name. First pitch to Chumsland is a ball. And Sawyer's a good kid. I mean, everybody here I've met has been a good kid to deal with. So you're going to be a sophomore?
Yeah.
Strike one to Chumsland. So 1-1, 2 out runner on first is Mark Denoyer. What language are you going to take in school? Because you got to take some kind of language, right?
I'm going to take my second year of Spanish.
Nice. Oh, you called that one a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, I took German.
Oh,
not a good decision. I've learned more Spanish from working with people who spoke Spanish and driving people, because I used to drive bus, people who spoke Spanish, than I remember for German. It's ridiculous. 2-2 now. Watchery gets his pitch, fires outside, so full count again. Problem that Watchery's been having is he's been going really deep into the counts for the batters, which is great for Hastings. I mean, right now it's 64 pitches for Watchery to 54 for Oddman, and Watchery's not even out of this inning yet. Foul down, that would be Coach Pete. The team is cheering him on for his hands. That'd be Pete Tegland, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. I heard Hunter say something about getting third base coach, but so I was watching for that to show up. Pops that one to the pitcher. First baseman, comes over and makes the grab, calls him off, which is the right thing to do. You never really want your pitcher making that catch.
No.
So the bottom of the 4th recap, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. Hastings maintains the 2-0 lead. Due up for the Patriots in the hole, Trevor Langenberg. On deck, Alex Tomei, and your next batter, Chris Eggleston. And we got the pitcher cam out there. Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah.
I wish it
that's
wasn't.
cool.
We're trying to tweak it and figure out what makes it work good. Keep in mind the wireless cam. It's wireless and it's done via Wi-Fi, so the Wi-Fi signal's got to come through that metal mesh backstop.
Oh yeah.
So that's the weird, goofy part of doing that camera. Now who's up here?
Well, here you go, Max.
Oh, Max. Hi, Max. We're gonna switch over to Max now. Thanks for coming up. Oh, we're looking at the sky. Yeah, it looks less foreboding on the camera than it does in person, because that looks significantly brighter than it is here in person. The radar shows some rain headed our way, but I don't know what's going to happen. So, Max, what's up?
Not much. Just relaxing.
Yeah. Go ahead and bring that closer. There we go. Yeah, so I say it every inning when we get a new guy up here. I can control mutes here, so you can see how quiet it gets.
Yep.
Nice thing is, I'll mute when I need a drink because I'm talking a lot and I need a lot of water. First pitch in there is a strike. whenever I pause, feel free to interject something that, might be interesting to know about the game. What strategy maybe the batter's thinking, what Gavin's thinking. And that was a ball 1-1 now to Chris Eggleston.
Absolutely.
What position do you like to play?
I usually like to play right field, but I'm really comfortable in any part in the outfield.
So you prefer right, but you do anything for outfield. That's cool.
Yeah.
Any infield positions?
Actually, I started at second base when I came in last year.
Okay.
I really like second base. I've always admired Jorge Polanco for the Minnesota Twins, and I've always loved how he plays defense. So,
Nice.
that was what inspired me. And then I tried right field with Connor Stoffel last year in varsity and JV, and that's where I'm at now.
Nice. So a hard hit line drive out to left field, but Blake Vanderhoff is out there to make the grab for the first out of the inning. And that brings up Alex Thome. Or actually, yeah, his is Thome, ours is Thome.
Yep.
Thome. Yeah, it's same spelling, same exact spelling.
Exact same thing.
But Thome versus Thome. First pitch fouled that one out of play. Let's see who covers their head over there. Nobody this time. We got a camera to our right.
Ooh.
They love this roving camera, and it's great. And
right.
I'm responsible for starting it. It's my fault, but yeah, it's fun. 1-1 with one out. Yeah, Gavin hasn't even thrown as many pitches as the Eagan pitcher yet. He's still 4 behind him, and he's half an inning ahead.
I got to say, Gavin is very calm and collected when he's up at the plate. He never really struggles. He's always very consistent.
Yep, and he just does his thing. It's funny to watch. He's very methodical up there. He likes to keep his pace, and he got that batter. So I believe that would be, now I'm pretty sure. Now I know it's at least 6.
Yep.
And he's actually struck out 7. Let's take a look at this pitch here.
Oh,
Nope.
yeah, that's nasty.
Just a nasty breaking ball.
That is just beautiful.
Which he's gotten, I think 4 of his strikeouts have been on that curveball, and 3 have been the low inside fastball.
Yep.
There's another strike. So far, he's thrown 42 strikes with 20 balls.
Wow.
So, and that's his MO. He's 2-1 usually. He's very close to 2-1. That one fouled off. And then you got to remember, every foul, I mean, that counts regardless of where it was over the plate. Counts as a strike when they foul it, so that makes it easier. And he pitches those. He's got those pitches that guys just want to chase.
Exactly.
Watch Denoyer at second. It's actually kind of funny. Ball outside, and that one sneaks by Johnny. And he doesn't even notice that. He doesn't care. He's like, whatever.
No, he does not care. No.
So I got to ask. I asked Drew, but he said if this is his first Legion game. So is Johnny just a goofball in that one drive? Driven up off the mound into center field for a ground ball base hit. But is Johnny just a goofball in the dugout?
Oh, absolutely. He's a huge goofball. We all love him, though. And same thing with Gavin. When he's not starting, he's the biggest goofball in the dugout.
I could see that.
He will always do whatever he wants. But when it comes to a time when he's starting, he is on game. He is always just on par.
Locked in.
In the zone, ready to play.
All right. First pitch is outside for a ball. So 1-0, 2 outs. Runner on first is Trevor Langenberg. Up now is George Anderson. That one was outside 2-0. I think, well, actually, I missed it, so I'm guessing on that one. I just know when he's going against a lefty, he tends to be outside.
Yes, he usually does tend to be outside.
He does not miss much on the inside mark.
No, not much.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out, runner on first. That one's way out. Johnny makes a nice grab there. The last time you guys were here was the last TV game that HCTV did for the Legion. And what really caught me off guard was Eddie Piney catching. There's a ground ball to second.
There you go,
makes
Marky.
the toss
There you
over
go.
first. Even though the runner tried to kind of screen that ball a little bit, Nice clean play for 4-3 to make the out, to retire the side. So it threw me for a loop because Teglin was pitching and Eddie Piney, of all people, was catching. I was like, did he volunteer? What, like...
It's a little bit different, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did he volunteer to do that?
Yeah, he's volunteered to do it. I mean, honestly, Eddie, if he gets asked to, play something that's a little out of the norm, he will do it.
Right. Because normally you see him on the left side of the infield.
Exactly. I mean, Eddie's been everywhere. He's been in the outfield. He's been at second, short. He's caught. I mean, he's pitched.
Mm-hmm. Eddie's a good pitcher.
Yeah, he's good at everything. I don't know about first and third. I haven't seen that yet, but...
I think I've seen him play third a couple times, but I've never seen him play first. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I...
Yeah, I wasn't here for that. I have no idea.
What's that, Hunter? Oh, another shot of the clouds? I guess another shot of the clouds are coming. Yeah, so like I said, I know I've seen Eddie play third here. I just don't know how often it's been done because, Jim Zagoda is saying he played third his sophomore year, and he played third for varsity.
Right.
And the big thing there was just getting his bat in the lineup because, like I said, at 15, he hit home run here, to 380.
It's pretty good.
So that's a bat that you definitely want to have in your lineup.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, you got a 2-0 lead, bottom of the fifth.
Left fielder number 3, Blake Vanderhoff.
What's Blake thinking here? What should what's the batter thinking here?
In this situation, he's probably just trying to get on base. Probably hit a ground ball up the middle.
Let's see how that works. That one's first pitch is ball high.
Blakey usually tends to pull it, so I'd say he's either going to be up the middle or he's going to be down the left field line.
Okay. I don't show. I do a show of history. I mean, three out of his 4 things that I have on the iPad here were to the left field. So accurate assessment there, but he hasn't had anything to swing at yet. 2 balls.
Yep.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. In Jordan. Yep.
Hit a home run at the mini Met.
Yep, he did. Yeah, that was a great moment. That was his first home run. It was awesome to see. I think Gavin Braden did get it on video, but it was just awesome. We were all ecstatic. And then Evie hit a 3-run home run right after that. So that was just a great feeling. There we go. Line drive out to center.
You had half of it right. You set up the middle. But this one was a line drive. Actually, a really nice line drive out to center. So he holds up at first.
There you go.
And Eddie this game has a ground out and a single. And his single was off the pitcher. Hard hit ground ball that hit the pitcher's glove and took off toward third base. His first at bat was a ground ball to short, so it was a nice easy out there. And Eddie's got a spray chart that's a little bit bigger.
Eddie drives the ball everywhere. He's really good at putting that ball anywhere he wants.
Yep. And I mean, the nice thing for us here is having seen and using the stats I have on the iPad. Also for like the Mud Hens games, the amateur ball, I've got that. Or if I've done anything for the high school, I've got that on here, that's why he has so much more. Second pitch is a ball high. Is it raining? So now this is where we got to kind of keep an eye on how heavy this rain gets, because
that's unfortunate.
If it gets too heavy, we've got a Hawks game tomorrow night, and we've got to make sure the field stays playable, because we actually have one Friday and Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then Monday, which is really weird. 3-0 delivery to Piney, ball way outside. Almost like watching nose of Eddie's power.
Center fielder number 2, Jack Selesky.
So that is going to bring up number 2, center fielder Jack Selesky. His first one was a ground out to the third baseman, and then he walked to second at bat. I believe he came around and scored, too. Let me look at that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, Eddie scored one.
I have a hunch. I think Jack's going to scorch this ball here.
It was Eddie and Blake.
Oh, yeah, it was Blakey.
Jack was left at third. I remember like this first time, Jack's first time here at 14, watching him pitch. Throws really hard, but then he was sidelined due to that Tommy John or whatever injury he had. I think it was Tommy John. Ball in the dirt, and that is going to advance the runners. So 2 balls. And the wild pitch moves everybody up a base. So we have 2 runners in scoring position. This poor catcher's getting a workout, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And you may see some jittery a little bit here and there if we're bagging cameras. We can go into Larry lockdown mode while we're bagging cameras, but it still might jitter while we're tearing the bag over the top. It's so weird how mine picks up so much background noise and yours is so quiet.
I know.
Oh, we got him at third.
Oh.
I don't. Yeah, both. I'm hoping we. Oh, it looks like.
Yeah.
Did we? Yeah, our screen froze over here, so I don't know what's going on.
Third baseman, number 15, Evan Nelson.
Yeah, it's just sitting there, so I don't know if he shut down and we're done or what. Are you? Okay. I don't even see what. How did that go? Like. What was the play on that, Jim? Oh, okay. So it was a grounder to 5 and our line drive to 5, I should say, or what?
First baseman, number 17, Mitch Isla.
No, it had to be. It was just a straight up grounder. It had to have been because. But why would he have gotten him out? Okay. So that'd be a fielder's choice over there.
Yep, that's it. There you go.
So Eddie's still at second, right?
I believe so. Yep, Eddie's still at second and Jack's at first.
And then that was a couple pitches, and we'll call that one flew out to right, I think.
Go ball, go ball, go ball. Ooh.
Did he make the catch in center field? Wow.
Nice catch.
That was a hard fly ball to center, too. We're going to break? All right.
Alrighty.
So we'll be back here in just a few minutes after a quick break.
Minnesota. Right here in Hastings, Snapchat and other social media apps are being used to buy and sell illegal drugs, many of which are made with illicit fentanyl, like ordering a pizza. With a few keywords or emojis, kids can order what they think are legit prescription drugs, like Percocet, Xanax, and Adderall, and have them delivered right to their home. 4 out of every 10 pills found on social media are made up of deadly fentanyl. How do I know this? That's how I lost my big brother Devin on April 4th, 2020. A pill he and his friend got from someone on Snapchat was a fake. The Percocet they believed they were given was made with enough fentanyl to kill 10 people. Devin didn't know. Devin didn't want to die. If you suspect drug dealing is happening, you can leave an anonymous tip by using the Tip 411 system in Hastings. Text the word Hastings and your tip to 847-411. Call 911 if you suspect an overdose is happening. Seconds count. Call United Way's 24/7 helpline by dialing 211 to find resource in and near Hastings. Contact United Way of Hastings or visit their website unitedwayofhastings.org. For more resource or to make a donation, you can save a life.
Foul?
Yep, foul ball.
We're back. Welcome back to Veterans Park here. Well, the rain has sorta kinda moved in, and in order to keep equipment, I should say, to keep expensive equipment safe,
Ooh, that's a nice pitch.
We have opted to go with just 2 cameras right now. So Gavin's thrown 2 pitches so far this inning and 2 strikes. One was fouled off. And there's a ball. So Tina, if you're still watching, shoot me a message. Make sure that we're still broadcasting clear and everything's coming through, because Rain messes with stuff, and he struck him out swinging. So Gavin's got at least 8 now, I think.
Yep, I think so.
Yep. 4 swinging, 4 called. So he's. How many batters? I should have looked at that. How many batters has he faced? 20.
Wow.
So he struck out 8 out of the 20.
Not bad.
Anybody will take that, you'd think. Big swing from Rockford. Number 4, David Rockford, the second baseman. We must be broadcasting. My phone just lit up. I can still see. Okay, perfect.
Cool.
Ball. A little bit low, but one of those spots that, tends to entice people to swing.
Yep.
Especially when they're striking out a lot.
Perfectly normal.
Another ball low. That one looked like a breaking ball that just dropped out a little early. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Hastings has the 2-0 lead. Big
that was
swing.
Nice.
He's coming back with a high inside fastball on this one, isn't he?
Yep, he has. Probably going to end up throwing a breaking ball here.
I think so? Okay. We'll see.
Ooh.
That was just an off speed.
Yeah.
Both of us were wrong.
Fun fact, Gavin Oddman was the one that got me into baseball last spring.
You've only been playing a year?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was in Meesville at a...
I'm sorry.
What's it here? Oh, ground ball.
Ground ball at a gap, and the first base side is going to be in there for a single. So you're watching a Mud Hens game or what?
So I was in Meesville last spring, and I was at King's eating a burger, and I DM'd Gavin asking, I think I should play baseball. And he goes, I think it's a good idea. So I committed. I signed up. Stoffel sent me an email saying glad to have you on the team. So I went to Dick's. I got some equipment. Showed up for my first day of practice in the gym. It was a little sloppy, but second day got a lot better. Got to know the guys. I've known some of these guys for so long, but a lot of them were new. But they welcomed me like family, and it's been great ever since. And
nice. So did you play baseball when you were younger then, or what?
No, I didn't. Not at all. I played soccer for, I'd say, 10 years. I played for a long time. I do kind of regret not playing baseball when I was a lot younger, because I've been watching baseball forever.
That's me muting so I can drink, by the way. Which means you can keep talking, because that means I have time to take a drink.
So yeah, I wish I played baseball when I was a lot younger, but I'm honestly glad I did it my last 2 years of high school, because it has been an amazing experience here at Hastings.
Awesome. So I think we actually missed it this year. That's another strikeout swing. So there's 9 for Gavin on 21 batters faced. Or 22 now. But yeah, so for the Hawks, we do a $250 scholarship for seniors for baseball. And with all the chaos that happened this year on the varsity side with schedule changes and all this other stuff, we just didn't get the forms to the guys in time, which sucks.
There you go.
Ground back to the pitcher for the third and final out. But yeah, we do make sure $250 buys a book at least.
Oh yeah, that's a book.
Or most of a book.
Well, that's still money.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we probably could technically get it to the Legion guys if we needed to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we are at. The game is moving fast.
Yep,
because we're already into the bottom of the 6th, and it's only been an hour and 15 minutes. Top of the 6th recap: no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. So far for Eagan, they have had 5 total hits, and they have stranded all 5 guys, which is impressive.
Pretty good.
And it's been, they haven't had, I don't even think they've had more than 1 guy on at a time, actually.
I don't think so.
I think there might have been 1 that made it past first. I guess I could look at the book.
I think so.
Oops, go to the visitors. Nope. Everybody has been first.
Keeping it consistent. Love it.
And the second inning was the only inning they allowed that 2 people were allowed on, in the inning. There's a lightning strike in the distance. I hope the umpire didn't see that.
Hope not. Let's keep the game going. I think I'm going to cut.
Thank you for coming out. Good job.
So
Oh, here we'll do
there
this.
you go. That's small. Thank you so much.
Uh-oh, as I'm leaning up against it. Pitching. We have a new pitcher. What's that?
At the end of this inning, send it to a break.
Okay.
I mean, really send the broadcaster. Or
What?
not the broadcaster,
Okay. Yeah, something's goofy going on with the system. It happens. It's 15, you said, is pitching? They did not give me 15's name. Did they give you 15's name? R-U-I-G-E-R. Ruger? Ruger? I'm going to go Ruger. We'll keep it easy. But I need to add him. Luke. Ruger? Maybe it's Ruger? Nobody, I mean, if anybody, knows, then you let us know.
Leading off out of the 6th inning for Hastings, DH number 5, Connors, go ahead.
All right, got the pitcher switched out. Now batting is number 5, Connor Zagota. As fun as it is to have the guys up here, I love it. A little less chat and a little more actual game call, which is fine too. So the first pitch is in there for a strike. Zagota is 1 for 2 strikeout and a strikeout called and a single. And that one is lined out to, I believe, second. I missed that one.
Now batting for Hastings, number 11, Jared Neville.
That brings up number 11, Jared Neville. Oh, I guess Chris is listening. Hi, Chris. Well, I mean, if the mound gets muddy, that would be a problem. And it'd take a lot more work to get it fixed for tomorrow. Ball high. Who do we have joining now? AJ. You put that thing on, and then when you're ready, I'll unmute you. Ball inside. Just about hit him on the hands. It might have hit the nub of the bat, but looks like it did not. So AJ will be joining us here. Hi, AJ. How you doing?
Doing good.
Keep the microphone below your nose, but just below your lip is actually a good spot to put it. That way you don't hear all the time. So AJ, what position do you normally play?
I play third base, sometimes pitch.
Nice. Oh, we called that one a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Go ahead and drop it down just a little bit more like how mine is. It's a good spot for... We're teaching all sorts of baseball players how to do some broadcast. Ball high. And that forced Neville into more of a Matrix-like move to dodge that one. All right, so how hard is it to come into a game like this cold? They've already been through the lineup a couple times, and now all of a sudden you get your first at bat.
Yeah, it's pretty challenging. I've been sitting that whole game. Hard to time up the pitcher, but you got to fight through it.
Well, and the nice thing is, I mean, it's a new pitcher too.
Right.
So really, it's kind of like the first part of the game. There's a big lightning strike out in center field.
Yeah, I don't know if they saw that.
I'm amazed that the home plate umpire didn't see that, but ball 4 puts Neville on first. So here's the deal. I can mute myself. And that goes awfully darn quiet, doesn't it? Yeah. It gets awfully quiet. So, because I'm talking so much, I'm drinking a lot. And that little pause is nice to have in there. Now would be Aaron Vanderhoff going in for Mark DeNoyer. And whether or not they'll go back out there defensively, I don't know. He's not going to put you in?
No, I don't think so.
I know you've had quite a few appearances this year, right?
Yep.
Well, anytime if you see something or have, some insight as to what's going on, maybe at the batter, the pitcher, whatever, when you hear me pause, go ahead and you can talk it out, and then I'll grab a drink. Ball low and inside, so 1-1 now with 1 out and Neville at first. I'm not sure if he was walked or hit by pitch because that ball redirected what looked like off of his back foot, but I think the ump just called it a walk. Big swing there in that one for the strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hastings has a 2-0 lead on 3 hits. So they haven't hit much, but they've been very efficient. Oh, rung him up. And who's that going to bring?
Right fielder number 12, Sawyer.
Hey, Sawyer. Chumslin 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. 1 to the pitcher, 1 to center. You got 2 outs, runner on first. What are you thinking?
Try to put it out of the infield at least.
Okay.
Advance Neville to third. Put him in scoring position.
Just got to speak up a little bit. I can't turn you up anymore or move it any closer, so. You can hear me okay, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. The nice thing is it's not paid TV. So, yeah, we're just happy to be here. That's the fun part. You get, as long as we're not swearing, we're good.
Yep.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first.
I'm surprised the ump hasn't seen those lightning strikes in the back.
Me too. That really surprises me, actually. Because I feel like I went too low. There's been quite a few of them, and the thunder's been loud, so you'd think they'd be looking for something now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The delivery. Ball inside. So 3 straight balls after getting ahead 0-2. But again, this game's moving fast, so I think the ump is just trying to get the game in.
Yeah.
Before the rain. Swung on, and that will end the inning for Hastings. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. Due up for the Patriots pending. I don't think they have anybody else to substitute in. So, Alex Tomei is in the hole on deck. Chris Eggleston, and your next batter is 20 Havari. So, do you know where the in the hole and on deck came from?
I do not know.
All right, you're going to learn something cool about baseball here. It actually is old, sea terms, meaning, like the old boats, so sailboats. In the hold meant you were under, like in the actual cargo hold. And then on deck, obviously, you're up. And then at bat is self-explanatory. So, yeah, so in the hole instead of hold, and then on deck.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oddman will move to second.
Ruh-roh.
And Neuer to third.
Oh. Okay, I can do that. Oh, Evans on the mound. So who went where? Well, let's just do this. Evan is on the mound.
Oddman went to second. Mark at third.
Oddman's at second. Shoot. I can't do it that way. Because... So I got to put Mark back in at second before I do anything there. And then who else substituted in? Is Neville in? Johnny's back catching, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the weird thing is I have to reset it first as the re-entry, and then I can start moving people around. All right, so I think I have the field reset. Left field is still Blake Vanderhoff. Center should still be Jack Selesky. Right should be Chumsland. In the infield, now pitching is Evan Nelson. Back catching is Johnny Teglin. Iliff is over at first, Oddman at second, Piney at short, and Denoyer now at fourth. Jeebert, I mean. It's been a long day, not third. See? It's okay. I goof up. Just laugh at it.
Yep. That was a big lightning strike. Surprised
Leading off top of the 7th inning.
And you know what? 3 outs and we're done. So the umpire's talking about it right now. You know that. That's what he's talking about. Okay, well, we really should be calling this right now. So what do you want to do? Do we want to end the game? Because we can end the game right now and the game's official. Or do we, keep going? Because obviously there's nothing over us except for that airplane, which they clearly diverted around the cell.
Looks like it is called.
Did they call the game?
Yep.
Well, there you go. There's your answer. So they just called the game. Let's end that, and then I will go through some.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming up. All right, so I get to stretch out the end here a little bit. So your final line for Eagan is no runs, 5 hits, no errors, 5 left on base. Hastings ends up with 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 6 left on base. Let's go through some stats for pitchers. As far as Gavin Oddman, who threw really, really, really well tonight. 6 innings pitched, 84 pitches total, 57 strikes, 27 balls. So he was, just over that 2-to-1 ratio that he likes to be at. No runs allowed, 9 strikeouts, 4 called, 5 swinging, allowed 5 hits, no walks. And yeah, his ERA for 9 was nothing because he had a great game on the mound. Statistically speaking, for the Raiders offensively. Unless Hunter's ready, if you ready for me to wrap it, we're good. All right. Well, we'd like to thank Seth Essler, Max Slocum, Will Slin, and Ben Brannon for our camera work. Hunter Pinky is on your graphics and the producer. And myself on the call, Bruce Karnick, with assistance from a plethora of Raider baseball players, including young Adam Simon, who stepped in to do the first part of the game. Greatly appreciate having you guys watching. Do we have a next HCTV broadcast? Hunter's getting that for me. The Cannon Falls. Oh, that's right. The Friday night Cannon Falls Hastings Hawks battle for second. Currently, it could potentially be the battle for first, so make sure you tune into that one if you can't get to Vets Park. Until next time, Bruce Connick signing off. See you, bye.